What if Zeref joined Fairy Tail? Now today I'm going to be discussing two different possible scenarios on Zeref joining Fairy Tail. I know that this is a very popular speculation going on in the community, and I want to discuss it, so let's get into it. Now scenario number one, this is without a doubt one of the most interesting and my favorite scenario out of the two of Zeref joining Fairy Tail. And this scenario is, what if he joined at the beginning? Now what do I mean by that? We know that Zeref, he's been cursed and he has to live forever. He's basically immortal. He can't die unless it's by END or unless it's by power from the dead. So basically time can't kill him. And we know that Mavis was cursed with the same thing that he got. So basically they're stuck being immortals together. And I think that's also amazing because they fell in love too. So the parallels between these two are amazing. So here's why I began thinking, what if Zeref was actually one of the founders of Fairy Tail? We know that could have been possible because Mavis started Fairy Tail and we know that she's immortal. So what if Zeref was tagged along with her? Now this would mean a couple things. Number one, majority of the dark guilds that are out to resurrect Zeref, they will all be disbanded, like Orasian Sayas and Tartaros, all these other guilds, that all the dark guilds that basically wanted to please Zeref and resurrect him, they will all be wiped out. Like they wouldn't even exist because Zeref would be there. Another thing is, this would be a huge if, but in order for this to happen, Zeref, he would have to have control over his second personality. We know that Zeref has a split personality that makes him want to just kill everything and destroy everything. One minute he could be nice to you, like, hey, what's up, neighbor? And the next minute he could be trying to kill you. So he would have to have control over that, just because if he was to ever go rampant, there will be nobody within the guild that could stop him. He'll end up killing off all his guild mates, and I'm pretty sure Zeref wouldn't want that. Now, I think that this scenario will be amazing because we would get to see Zeref and Mavis both build the guild together. We will have a potential, there could be a potential conflict with who's going to be the guild master. I'm not talking about Mavis and Zeref, they're not going to have like a full-on fight, but we could possibly see Zeref even be the first guild master of Fairy Tail. We know that he will have a huge connection with Warred, with Yuri, and with Hades, and I think that even if Zeref was there, he would have had a huge influence on Hades. Hades, he would have not turned evil because we know that Hades, he went off and he started basically doing his own type of research to try to figure out the one magic, and that's what basically led him to becoming evil. But if Zeref was there, I think that he would end up talking to him. He could have actually explained to him what one magic is, because me personally, I think that Zeref knows what the one magic is. That's a given because August, a lot of anime onlys don't know who this is, but I'm not going to say too much. But let's just say that we know somebody who has the one magic. So, and he's underneath Zeref, and we know that Zeref, he has done a lot of studying, he's done a lot of research in his past. He loves doing research on the world and stuff. So I think he would have told Hades about one magic, and therefore there would never be the conflict of him turning evil. Another possibility is that Zeref, he could also become one of the 10 wizard saints. We know that Warred, he took that route and he became a 10 wizard saint, and then he was basically, he left Fairy Tail. He left Fairy Tail at that point. So maybe he could take the Warred route. I wouldn't necessarily like this because I would like for Zeref to be around the guild at all times. And yeah, but that would definitely be a possibility. And last but not least, out of the starting founders of Fairy Tail, we would have seen Yuri alive throughout the whole series. And this is why I say this. I think that Zeref, he would explain to Mavis what the curse does. He would have told her that she can't get too attached to human life. And I think that at that point, Mavis would know, okay, I can't be going around people caring too much. I will have to have this sick personality. And if we know that Mavis, if she would have never killed off Makarov's dad, I think that Yuri would have stayed alive and he would have been able to raise Makarov alongside with his mother, and I think that would be cool seeing Yuri alive. Now, as for the current time, now after the guild is formed, let's fast forward into when Makarov's the guild master. Now, this will mean a couple things. Either one, Zeref, he would leave the guild and he would go off and do his own things, or two, he would most likely stick around. And if he stuck around, this would be crazy because Natsu would end up joining the guild, and then you would have the brothers, both of them together in the guild. Now, he could either A, wait until Natsu that came into the future, or B, he could have brought Natsu to the guild after he revived them. Me personally, I think they would have still went with the plan by sending him into the future, so that's one thing. I think that him and Natsu's encounter, their reaction, everything would just be amazing, because I don't think that Zeref will reveal that Natsu's his little brother that quickly. I think that he will still wait a little bit longer, and then the revelation between Natsu being Zeref's brother would be amazing. But overall, for the first scenario, that's basically it. We know that Zeref, if he would have joined the guild back then, it would have been a much different story. Like, there would hardly be any dark guilds around. I believe that one of the huge antagonists will mainly be Acnologia and possibly God Ank'Sram, so that will be one of the biggest main protagonists gone. Now, the second scenario, which is more likely to happen, well, the first one can't even happen because it's already been debunked, but the second one is, what if Zeref joined the guild after this war? Now, there's been a lot of mixed reactions to this. A lot of people, they want to see Zeref join the guild because we know that Zeref and Natsu, they're going to have some type of connection, and a lot of people want to see them actually make up and get along. But then there's people on the other hand who are like, nah, if Zeref joins the guild, that's going to be too cheesy. They wouldn't want him to be a part of them. No. So that's also another thing. But me personally, I think it would be cool if he actually, I wouldn't necessarily say join the guild, but if he had an alliance with them. I don't think that Zeref would get like a full-on tattoo and become a member of Fairy Tail. Yeah, knock him up. Like, I don't think that will happen. But I think that the more likely case would be if he put his, I guess you say, grudges aside with Fairy Tail. They actually did work together. Now, one of the biggest popular speculations is that Natsu and Zeref will go off and fight God Ank'Sram together and will try to break Zeref's curse so Zeref can die peacefully. Me personally, I would want that to happen because I think it will be dope to see these two brothers going out on their own little mission, own little journey, and then it will kind of be like a little mini arc or a full-blown arc of these two just walking around, them talking, Zeref giving Natsu a lot more information about the past, about their family. I just think that would be amazing. It'll be very cool to see, and I can't wait if that does actually happen. But that's basically it for this little video. This is a scenario of what would happen if Zeref joined the guild. Me personally, I like the first scenario because I think it will change the story a lot. But the second one is more likely to happen. If he does end up joining Fairy Tail, they're going to have one of the strongest, if not the strongest wizard at the time. Because I think that once this war is over, Acnologia will be gone. And if Zeref does obtain Fairy Heart along with his immortality, then he'll be unstoppable and he'll be on Acnologia's level. But that's basically it for this little video. Would you guys want Zeref to join the guild? And what do you guys think of these two scenarios? Comment what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.